The first rays of light are starting to stream through the veil of Chiefs practice and interviews. And guys, I have to say that I am cautiously optimistic about the DJ Humphries acquisition. In an article titled Chiefs Offensive Coordinator Matt Nagy on first impressions of DJ Humphries, KC's offensive frustrations in 2024, subtitled Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy discussed his first impressions of DJ Humphries and what the veteran left tackle is doing in practice as he attempts to be available on Sunday. From Joshua Briscoe on Sports Illustrated, we get the following. In a season marred by issues at left tackle, newly signed and recently medically cleared veteran tackle DJ Humphries projects to be the Kansas City Chiefs' best hope for stability on the left side of the offensive line. With the primetime showdown with the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday Night Football just days away, will Humphries be ready to play on such a short turnaround? Speaking to the media on Thursday, Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy was asked for his first impressions from Humphries' first weeks as a Chief, and KC's OC revealed what Humphries needs to show in practice to earn the spot in Week 14. As far as the person, like I said a few weeks ago, love the person, love his energy, Nagy said. It's contagious, infectious personality. It's a contagious, infectious personality that he has with a lot of confidence. But he also has to learn the lingo and how we do things. And he's been able to do that the last couple of weeks. And he's been doing a really good job in practice of being able to show us with the opportunities he's getting. And I think that's half the battle, is just the experience and the confidence. And now if he gets that opportunity, and that's the way we go, then we'll see on game day if that's the case. If Humphries does start at left tackle, he'll be lining up alongside veteran offensive guard and emergency left tackle Joe Thuney. With Thuney in his fourth year with the Chiefs, how much would it help for Humphries to join the lineup next to one of the best guards in football? Helps a lot, Nagy said. You look there and you see the one thing that jumps off to me in regard to DJ is that he's had a lot of reps. So that confidence is there. When you watch the reps in practice and you see the mechanics and the techniques that he uses, the basic foundation of fundamentals, and if there is something schematically that there might be a question with, protection or in the run game, etc., Joe's right there. I think it really helps us out a lot. Late in the Chiefs' Black Friday win over the Raiders, on the final play before Morris was benched, quarterback Patrick Mahomes showed visible frustration as the offense stalled out in the red zone, unable to separate from Las Vegas. Nagy was asked if he's seen any frustration affect Mahomes with issues from both tackle positions. No. I know there was a question in regard to how he was in the game. There in the red zone and on that one play, but that's never been who Patrick Mahomes is. It's truly not, Nagy said. The frustration part is the team aspect of us. We were all frustrated. We wanted to be better in that game. You get opportunities to close a game out. The last 2 weeks as an offense, we've had the opportunity to do that, and we haven't done that. And I think leading up to that point, that's kind of where it got to a point, whether there's penalties, whether there's missed opportunities, whatever it is, all of us together, I think it's just one of those things that we know we've got to get better. We can be better. We have to be better moving forward here towards the end of the season and into the playoffs. Now, I have said I am optimistic about this working out, and it's for myriad reasons. Number one, DJ Humphries, I don't think has a higher ceiling at left tackle than Kingsley Suamataia, but he certainly has a higher floor. He has shown in the past things that Wanya Morris never has. He has been a true left tackle in the NFL. No one on the Kansas City Chiefs roster as of right now has done that. It does make me optimistic for the Kansas City Chiefs this season. It does make me optimistic for the Kansas City Chiefs on their road to a third consecutive Super Bowl. If Patrick Mahomes can get a little bit more time in the pocket, I think that opens up all sorts of things for this offense. I don't think DJ Humphries is going to be as impactful in the running game as Wanya Morris or as Kingsley Suamataia had the possibility of being. But the passing game is really where your bread is buttered when you have the best football player in the entirety of the NFL. And he does not have to be more physically imposing than either Wanya Morris or Kingsley Suamataia. He does not have to be in better football shape than either of them. The big thing is going to be technique. We have seen time and again, for whatever reason, with Wanya Morris and Kingsley Suamataia both this year, if Andy Reid does give them help and does chip on an edge player, they are still oversetting to the outside. Why and how that is, I do not know, but it allows the edge player the cutback lane underneath in order to have a more direct shot at Patrick Mahomes. In addition to that, in the game against the Raiders, Wanya Morris at times seemed frozen. I don't know if it was with fear. I don't know if it was fear of the retribution of Patrick Mahomes if he did screw up. But there were times where he was just so slow off the ball that it was ridiculous. And he's not that slow off the ball. This is what's getting me, is that he is obviously overthinking things. Wanya Morris does not have the greatest kick set in the NFL. Wanya Morris does not have an impressive first step. He just doesn't. He's not that bad. So yes, DJ Humphries does make me optimistic for the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs could win, or are more likely with him on the roster to win the Super Bowl this year than without him. I do believe that he will start this game. If he does not start this game, it will not be long before he does start for these Kansas City Chiefs. But here's something else that is underrated. It's briefly mentioned in the article, but it is mentioned in the article. DJ Humphries on your football team in those meeting rooms makes your other offensive tackles better. The Chiefs are in a very precarious position as far as veteran leadership is concerned. They are in the position where they have to have a whole lot of young players because they have quite a few players at the top end of the salary cap discussion. This leaves a whole lot of space on their roster for young players. Young players get coached up by coaches for sure. The coaches aren't in the lines to do the drill. The coaches are running the drills. So when Wanya Morris gets beat out on a rep by Chris Jones and he's in line behind the three other offensive tackles in order to get his next rep, well, the guy in front of him is Ethan Driscoll, the guy behind him is Kingsley Suamataia, and the guy behind him is a UDFA that is getting a chance to make the roster. For the rest of this season, at least, that is not the case. There will be veteran leadership in the offensive tackle room. Jawan Taylor even is young. I believe he's 25, maybe 26. So having DJ Humphries in the locker room with these players is going to make an appreciable difference moving forward for this football team. It might be something that helps Wanya Morris and or Kingsley Suamataia, maybe even Jawan Taylor, hopefully even Ethan Driscoll. there will be something along the way that those guys can pick up from a long-time left tackle in the NFL like DJ Humphries. So, yes, this move does make the Kansas City Chiefs more dangerous this year, but it might also be paying dividends for seasons where DJ Humphries is no longer a Kansas City Chief. That is all I have for this video. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other Kansas City Chiefs fans. The Kansas City Chiefs are the only thing I talk about on this channel, dropping multiple videos every single week, and I hope to have you back for the next one.